What's up, Point Park? Welcome back to another episode of Entertainment on Point. In case it's your first time tuning in, EOP is UView's premier outlet for all of the hottest celebrity gossip, latest trends, and everything else pop culture. I'm your host, Casey HOOLAHAN.
And I'm Wyatt Cree. We've got a great show today, and let's get things started with our top stories of the week. Casey?
Thanks, Wyatt. So yes, a huge story broke from the royal family this week. And if you wanted to marry Harry, I'm afraid you're out of luck. Prince Harry is officially off the market after his announcement of his engagement to actress Meghan Markle. In a sit-down interview with CNN, the couple revealed that they started their relationship after being set up on a blind date by a mutual friend. The duo really bonded after Meghan joined Harry for a 5-night camping retreat in Botswana, a country in southern Africa. In fact, their passion for humanitarian work is part of what brought them together. The stunning engagement ring was designed by Prince Harry himself and is made of yellow gold, with the main stone being sourced from Botswana and the small diamonds on either side of the main stone coming from his late mother Diana's own jewelry collection. When asked what Harry thought his mother would think of Markle, Prince Harry remarked that they would have been thick as thieves. Markle, 36, is finishing up her 7th and final season on her show Suits and plans to move to London shortly after. The wedding is set to take place at Windsor Castle in May of next year. So the royal wedding, yes. I am a big royal person. I got into it when Will got married to Kate.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know anything before then. I knew of like the tragedy of Princess Diana,
yeah,
how
obviously.
she obviously that's obviously a huge story, and she died in that car accident, which was awful. And then her wedding was a big deal. So when Will got married, it was an even bigger deal. I don't know how big a deal Harry's gonna be because he's not like next in line.
Yeah.
And like
it's just exciting because it's like two people that people like.
Yes.
And they're two celebs.
It's some good positive news. Like we need
exactly.
some positive international news, and that's what that was. They both seem very happy. I'm
excited for the fashion.
Yes.
All the fascinators, the hats,
That's
the
what
colors.
I was going to say. What's interesting, and this happens with Kate, is anything Kate wears out, it sells out online. Like people find out what it is. The dress that Meghan wore for their engagement, like sit-down interview, is already sold out.
She's coming.
They're trying
she's
to.
coming
They're like
for Kate's
trying.
wig.
She is, and they're trying to predict if like she's going to go with British designers or American designers because she's American.
Ooh.
So it's all sorts of scandalous though because she's divorced.
Oh.
She was married before. I didn't look up to who.
She's just a normal girl.
Right, but the thing is, like, it's a pretty common thing in America for someone to have been divorced, and but that's kind of scandalous in a royal family. Plus, she's a commoner, quote unquote.
Ooh.
She's not of royalty, so it's a big deal.
I'm excited.
I'm hyped for it. She handled herself really, really well in the interview. She was super well spoken. I was really impressed. She handled all their questions super well, and I think she'll be really great because she's going to be under some scrutiny getting married to Harry.
As always.
Yes.
Another thing we're super excited for, this week the 2018 Grammy nominations were released, with Jay-Z leading the pack with 8 nominations. The rapper has nominations in each of the big 3 categories, Album, Record, and Song of the Year, for his work on his 2017 album 444. Kendrick Lamar and Bruno Mars trail Jay-Z with 7 and 6 nominations respectively. Other notable nominees include Lorde, who is the only woman to receive an Album of the Year nod this year with Melodrama, and also Kesha, who earns her first 2 Grammy nominations for Praying in the Pop Vocal Performance category and the album Rainbow for Pop Vocal Album. As seen throughout the awards season for music this year, it appears that the Grammy Academy isn't paying too much love to women in the industry. The Song and Record of the Year categories are almost entirely male-dominated, with hits like Louis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee, and Justin Bieber's Despacito, and Bruno Mars's That's What I Like, racking up numerous nominations. However, the most nominated woman at the 2018 Grammys happens to be up-and-comer SZA, with a total of 5 nods. She receives nominations in the Best New Artist category, as well as Best R&B Song and Performance. Some notable snubs include Ed Sheeran, whose massive hit Shape of You didn't score a nomination in the Record or Song of the Year categories, and similarly Lady Gaga, whose ballad Million Reasons was predicted to score nominations in the same categories. Other snubs include past Disney stars as well. Demi Lovato, whose latest album Tell Me You Love Me was predicted to dominate pop vocal categories, but received no love. And Miley Cyrus, whose album Younger Now was released specifically in time to meet the Grammy deadlines, did not receive any attention. But we'll tune in to the 60th Annual Grammys hosted by James Corden on January 28th, 2018 to find out whether our faves snatch the trophies. Now, Casey, I'm super excited about the Grammys. It's always my favorite award show, but I'm really, really upset with some of these snubs this year.
I think it's the year of snubs. People immediately, people immediately responded saying this is wrong because Ed Sheeran had such a big year. Demi Lovato had such a big year. Lady Gaga had a huge year, and it's wild that they didn't get any sort of recognition. And also the whole woman thing. I mean, as a woman, that's pretty offensive.
I want more women in that Song and Record of the Year. I didn't mention Julia Michaels is nominated for Issues, which is exciting, but still I want to see some of my favorite big names get their nominations.
We were praying for Demi. If you look at one of our early episodes, we literally
give her her Grammy.
Hashtag give Demi a Grammy. We're gonna make it happen. We literally say Grammy for Demi. I'm pretty sure it was hashtag Grammy for Demi.
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in this episode. It's happening.
I know. So honestly, but I'm excited to see performances.
Yes, the
obviously
performances will be
red
great.
Carpet, and James Corden's gonna be a fun host.
Yeah, he is great on his show.
Who knows how many carpool karaoke's he can fit into an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. That's brilliant.
I know.
I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Well, we'll be right back on EOP with our new reporter Jake Berlin giving us a music update.
I shouldn't have to pay to walk down the street. Pay with my comfort, my freedom, my peace. Always on guard, on edge, off limits. Don't follow me, don't touch me, don't treat me like I'm yours. I don't need your whistles, your comments, your eyes. I already know I'm a prize. My confidence isn't for sale. Respect me, don't inspect me.
And when people ask us who can join UView, the answer really is anybody, and we mean anybody. Any major, any experience level. Some people, have a lot of experience coming out of high school, and others don't know how to really sit on a couch properly, and that's okay. We're here just to give you the chance to learn and have fun and prepare yourself for the real world. College, after all, it's all about trying new things.
Welcome back to EOP. Let's find out what else is happening in the music world this week from our brand new reporter, Jake Berlin. Break it down for us, Jake.
Thanks, Wyatt. Let's take a look at what's burning up this week's Billboard Hot 100. Holding strong at #1 for the 7th straight week is Post Malone and 21 Savage's hit Rockstar. The music video released this past week assured the duo another week at the top spot. Hot on Rockstar's heels is Camila Cabello's Havana. The former Fifth Harmony member's track with Young Thug also hit #1 on pop radio this week. Rounding out the top 3 is Lil Pump with Gucci Gang. Another notable chart shift and debut this week includes Selena Gomez and Marshmello's collaboration, Wolves. The track gained the most digital sales this week, projecting it 31 spots higher on the Hot 100, landing at #20. Another collaboration heating up the charts is Demi Lovato and Luis Fonsi's Spanglish track Échame la Culpa, which has this week's highest ranking debut at number 47. Expect some major shifts in the chart next week as tracks like G-Eazy's No Limit and Halsey's Bad at Love gain momentum towards the top 10. Also, be on the lookout for Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Billboard predicts that the holiday fave could out-peak itself in the coming weeks. That's all I have for this week's Music Roundup. Let's see what our girl Marley has playing on the big screens.
Thanks, Jake. December is just around the corner and the countdown to Christmas can finally begin. During this time of year, it's a little bit common for people to get stressed out. Whatever it may be to just drive you up the wall during the holidays, the Feel Good Homework channel is here to remind us that this is the most wonderful time of the year. With dozens of cheesy Christmas movies to warm your heart and uplift your spirits, the Hallmark movies always end happily ever after. According to Washington Post, last year in November and December, the channel often ran neck and neck with Fox News and ESPN for the title of the most watched TV network on basic cable. Ratings are up another 9% so far this year. If you're looking for some holiday spirit, the 2017 Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark features a marathon of movies such as Christmas at Holiday Lodge, Christmas Next Door, and A Royal New Year's Eve. So whenever the stress of the world is just too much to handle, tune into the Hallmark Channel for the movies that will leave you smiling. In other movie news, the box office recently released Lady Bird, directed by Greta Gerwig, and it has been received with rave reviews. Lady Bird received a 5 out of 5 star review from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie is about a high school senior, Christina McPherson, who goes by the name Ladybird. Coming from a community that lacks growth and opportunities, Ladybird longs for the adventure and the opportunity, but is not able to find that in her Sacramento Catholic high school. Ladybird follows a standard high school senior experience, but in her own unique and quirky way. Ladybird is in theaters now, and it is definitely a movie that you do not want to miss.
Thanks, Marley. Let's head from the big screen to the small screen to find out your latest TV news with Cole DeAlejandro.
Thanks, Wyatt. Here's the latest from the small screen. Sci-Fi's new original series, Happy, makes its debut on December 6th. The series features comedian Patton Oswalt as Happy, a flying unicorn who befriends a hitman played by Chris Maloney. The series is adapted from the comic series of the same name by Grant Morrison. In late-night news, Stephen Colbert has taken Jimmy Fallon's spot as the top late-night talk show host, and the gap is only growing. According to a New York Times report, Colbert had 2.9 million viewers during the fall 2016 season, while Fallon ranked number 1 in viewership with 3.3 million viewers. However, at the end of the 2017 fall season, Colbert passed Fallon up with 3.5 million viewers. Fallon, on the other hand, fell down to only 2.6 million viewers. The cause for this huge swing in viewership is most likely due to one simple fact. Colbert constantly targets Trump in his nightly monologues, while Fallon completely avoids the topic. Now for arguably the biggest story this week in television. Longtime host of NBC's Today Show, Matt Lauer, was fired. According to a report from NBC, the decision was made after an employee filed, quote, a detailed complaint accusing him of inappropriate sexual behavior, end quote. Other news outlets such as Variety and the New York Times released their own reports of several other women accusing Lauer of sexual misconduct. NBC confirmed the next day that 2 more women had come forward with accusations. Lauer is just another name on the growing list of high-power men being accused of sexual harassment, starting after the Harvey Weinstein scandal. Now, back to Casey for the wrap-up.
Thanks, Cole. We have to go to a break, but don't go too far. We've got an American Music Awards Fashion Riot with a special guest coming up after this short break.
You'll ever do. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Does not matter if I'm short or tall. If I have skinny legs or my hips are wide. It only matters who I am inside.
Blue eyes, brown eyes, black or green. What makes me most beautiful cannot be seen. When you look at me, don't judge me by my parts.
The most beautiful thing about me is my heart.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. It's time to riot, Fashion Riot, that is.
Yes, and this week we will be taking a look at some of the fashion from the American Music Awards red carpet, as well as giving each look a hit or a miss. But first, I need to introduce our very special guest, Rob Gomez. Rob is normally behind the scenes as our technical director, but this is sadly his last episode before he graduates, so we wanted to bring him front and center in front of the camera. Rob, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We're really
Pleasure
excited.
to be here.
We're really excited to have you look at some fashion with us.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
So first up, we have Miss Demi Lovato wearing Esther Abner. And here we can see she has this nude illusion, black train, and of course, extensions down to her butt. I'm going to have to give this look a hit.
I have seen her in better, I have to say. It was weird for me. Like, she always looks gorgeous. I love Demi, but it just kind of, I don't know, the material's a little weird and the nude stuff underneath. I don't know. I wasn't a fan. But the most important opinion here is Rob.
Yes.
So, what did you think, Rob? Hit or
Me?
miss?
I'm actually giving it a hit.
Okay.
All right, that's a hit right there. I actually dig it. You know, I didn't even notice the long hair extensions until you said it. And, you know, I do like long hair, you know, especially with that dress. The dress was killing it. I think, you know, showed enough skin.
Yeah.
Sure.
Demi looked good. She looked good.
So, we got 2 hits and a miss. I'm in a minority here.
Good. And up next is former Disney star as well, and newly blonde Selena Gomez wearing head-to-toe Coach. And we know she's one of the Coach girls, so let's take a look at her. I love it. I don't like the blonde hair, though, but I love the dress.
What a look.
I love the leather jacket made into like a hot mini skirt. I think that's so cute. Like menswear to red carpet. Super fun.
I was shocked because this was like her return to award shows since leaving kind of the scene with lupus and
Yes.
everything. Her first like big performance and her first appearance like sans The Weeknd. So after the breakup with The Weeknd, I was shocked by the blonde. She just looked so confident and happy on the red carpet that I was digging the look. Like later on, I was like, oh, I really kind of not loving the blonde hair, but she was just like exuding this like great energy. That outfit is so cute, and I think it's a definite hit.
You think it's a hit?
Yeah.
I think it's a miss, and that's just solely because of the hair for me. It just like kind of ruins it too much.
Okay, Rob, what do you think?
I got a hit.
All right.
I got a hit. You know, I see what you guys are saying about the blonde. You know, I don't like how it like had the black roots. That
Yeah,
weird.
the roots are a little ashy.
Like if it was all blonde, I probably wouldn't have minded it. But then yeah, the jacket. I actually really did dig the jacket look. It kind of like the old school feel with the new but a new feel to it. So I got a hit.
Get a hit.
Let's move on to Lady Gaga, who decided to set up her own AMA's red carpet at her Joanne World Tour show in DC, and she is wearing Alia. I absolutely love this look. I think it's so simple, but she has that big curly 80s hair, and I absolutely love it. And she has those killer heels, and I mean, she built her own red carpet just to take these pictures. I think that's awesome, and she definitely deserves a hit for that.
Yeah, I mean, she's a queen serving it up. Lady Gaga has had such a great year. Definitely snubbed, like we said with the Grammys earlier. That is redonkulous. But her outfit here, I know she couldn't be there in person, but it is
The
like
fact that she had like a pre-show dress.
it is
to begin
knockout.
With.
It is
She's at a
knockout.
Show.
It is a knockout look. I mean, like, she just immediately, you're just like, whoa, like, she's gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with this look. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Rob, what do you think?
Head to toe hit.
You know what? 3 for 3 for me.
All right.
That's a hit. All right, but you know what? I wasn't a big fan of the shoes though. They kind of look like platform heels type thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Not
you know
your
like
thing.
look a little. I don't want
A
to say
little too tacky.
Yeah, a little on the looks like she's dancing on a kind of
On a
look,
pole.
kind of dancing on a pole kind of
what
look.
Rob's trying
I
to
was trying to
say.
beat her around the bush.
You were. It's okay.
But no,
Here we go, Pete. We can be straightforward.
but I dug the hair. You know, she looked good.
She did knock
And
out.
last up, some more big hair, is the legendary Miss Diana Ross. I don't know what she's wearing. I don't want to say the designer. I honestly didn't even look it up because I think it's so embarrassing. But I mean, she's a legend, so I can't like say like this is a total miss.
That is the absolute thing with this. I was immediately like gagging at how awful it was, but
yeah, I was gagged.
But you can't hate on her because it's Diana Ross and she's a legend. And so I was like, well, I hate the look, but can I say anything?
Can I give her like a miss thing?
Like you, because I know I've seen you do better. I've seen you do better, Diana, and I just Your daughter should have like helped you step up your game a little. Her looks weren't good either though.
No.
For the most part. So really, they both need some info, some updates from Wyatt and I on what's hot and what's not. But Rob, what did you think of the look?
Yeah, you know, I thought the the style that she was wearing, it looked like Kraft.
Oh,
Kraft bag.
Kraft bag pasted together. That is some shots fired.
But you know, she is a legend, so we'll give. I'm gonna throw a pass on it. A pass. Good old Diana Ross. You know, I feel you, girl. I love you. But yeah, it was a good look, especially the head thing. That head thing. What was that?
Yeah, the head thing. No idea.
What was that? It's
no
like
idea.
it's
Your
like
hair's big enough.
An afterthought. I don't know.
Yeah, it did look crafty. It looked like it was made by children from supplies you could get at a craft store. I agree. But we will give her a pass as she is a legend.
Yes. And thank you guys so much. That wraps up this edition of Fashion Riot, and that also ends up this week's episode of EOP and also Rob's last episode of EOP.
Yes.
And as always, follow us on all of our social media platforms.
That's at Entertainment on Point on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And stay tuned for our next episode for some holiday season festivities. I just want to say one more thing about Rob, because he has really helped me out as I came into a producer in this position. He took over as technical director when Tyler Cahill left. I was panicked. I was a mess. I didn't know what I was doing. He dealt with all of my crap that I put him through and helped me make this show better and help this show run. And I really appreciate that. I cannot thank you enough, and you'll truly be missed. We're really going to miss you.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate the words.
Absolutely.
Those are really sweet words.
Thank you, Rob. So we wish you the best of luck. I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Definitely.
And you'll have to tune in because, yes, our next episode will be the Christmas episode. But until then, peace out, EO people.
Bye guys.